Welcome to the Spiritual AI podcast, where we explore the incredible power of our inner intelligence, which I call spiritual AI. Just like a computer uses AI to process data and find solutions, our awareness and intuition can guide us through life with clarity, ease, and purpose. Each week, we'll dive into the transformative tools, spiritual insights, and practical strategies to help you awaken, amplify, and align with your inner power. I'm your host, your friend, your guide, and your fellow student, Leonie Dutoy. Come and join the awareness and intuition revolution. Today, I'm taking you back to last year when I had another podcast called the Sacred Living Podcast. And I wanted to drop the episodes in here because I didn't really want the interviews and the content that I put on there to kind of just get deleted and go to waste, essentially. So sit back, let's rewind and replay. Intuition is one of those skills, one of those foundations that we need in order for us to walk the spiritual path with more ease and fully guided day by day, moment by moment. And without intuition, we can't be guided to where we want to go. We can't be guided to the mentors and the coaches and the teachers that we need to learn something. Without intuition, we cannot manifest because we can't be guided to the next step to get the thing that we want to get. So intuition plays a really, really important part in the spiritual journey and life in general. And if you're new to the spiritual path and intuition and awareness and psychic gifts, it just feels a little bit off still because you're coming from a reality where it was frowned upon. It is that gut feeling. And most people can say that they have felt that gut feeling before. You know, you often hear people say, I knew something was off, or I knew he was going to be trouble, or I knew I shouldn't have bought that thing. So we all have that sense. Now, a lot of people talk, and the world in general talk about intuition as the sixth sense. To me, it's not the sixth sense. It is the first sense. The first sense that we have, that intuition that's with us, right? And then later on in life, we develop the other five human senses, right? The physical senses. But intuition is part of the soul, I believe. It's part of the spirit. And that's why I call it one of the spirit senses, along with awareness. So awareness and intuition, I talk about them as the spirit senses. So let's talk about intuition today. Intuition can be developed. Everybody has intuition. Now, a lot of people don't know how to recognize intuition. Quite often you'll hear people say like, oh, I had this feeling, but I was like, you're just imagining things. Well, intuition is closely connected to your imagination. It's closely connected to the creative side, right? It's creative, it's magical, it's all these beautiful things that is quite often not seen as physical and logical. So our brain often just puts it aside. But here is how you can recognize your intuition. Your intuition sounds like your own voice in your head. Okay, so if I had to ask you to think the word lemon, that voice, the way you would hear it in your head, that's what it sounds like because it's you, it's from your soul, right? So you have to listen for those voices in your head, your voice, okay? If you hear other voices in your head, please seek out professional help. Okay, I am not talking about other voices. I'm talking about your own voice. It's your thoughts. So that is what it sounds like. Now, you have to become super, super, super aware of your thoughts. Okay, and awareness and intuition run really closely together. And in the next episode, I will dive into how awareness and intuition, this power couple, work together and how we need to utilize them to get the best from and make the most from this beautiful life. So with intuition, so that's what it sounds like. Now, if you get an intuitive nudge, that voice is really soft. It's not like somebody comes and stands next to you with one of those microphones and shouts in your head and go, you need to go left. No, it is a subtle voice, and it's just going to go left. Or if you need to, let's say, call grandma because she needs your help, or she's been thinking of you, or you just need to reach out and your soul wants you to reach out to her, it might just go, grandma. You have to have the awareness to pick up on those subtle cues, those really soft voices, for you to be able to take inspired action on that. Okay, so let's go. So if your intuition is such a subtle voice, okay, you need to notice it. Now, the voice, that intuition is never going to harm you. It is never going to steer you in the wrong direction. It is never going to tell you to hurt yourself. It is not negative. It will always be positive, always be good for you, always be for your highest good. And it will always take you to the next step or where you need to be. And yes, sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we listen to an intuitive nudge and we perceive it to be something that it's not, and then we get into a little bit of trouble. But that's just us. That's just us being human, right? Even after being on this journey for myself, close to 30 years now, 3 decades, I sometimes still get it wrong. But I know why I get it wrong. I get it wrong because I'm not grounded. I am in my head.
I want to
I'm
break away
around.
from the episode
I'm
for
not
a moment
taking the
and share
time
with
to
you
step
that
into
in
calm
February
space
we
where I
launched
can
Sacred
receive the
Healing.
intuitive
Now,
nudge.
Sacred Healing is my 3-month program
So
where
it's
I've
a
got
really
4 other
quiet voice. It
experts
is going to
joining me
drop
to
in
guide you
in
through your
1 or
healing
2
journey.
seconds.
We'll dive into things like
Okay.
awareness
It
and
is
intuition.
not going
We'll
to
dive
be
into
a lengthy
mindset
conversation.
reframing. We'll dive into
The
inner
intuitive
child
nudge that
work,
comes through will
breath
drop
work,
into your head,
nervous system
1 or 2
regulation.
words.
We look at human
Within
design and how it can
1
support you,
or 2
manifesting
seconds
or
at the
awakening
most.
abundance, as I
Anything
call
after
it,
that,
and so
3
much
3
more.
seconds
So if
onwards
you are
is
interested
quite
to
often your
join us,
subconscious mind that
why
is going
don't
to
you
try and talk
register
you
for the
out of
live
that.
Zoom call on the
That is
18th
the
of February?
conversation
The
like,
link will
oh,
be
you've just
in the show
imagined it.
notes.
Or
And come and see
that's
what it is
stupid.
all
Why would I
about.
think
I would
that?
love to
Okay?
have you on
Your
board.
subconscious mind is
Now back to the
programmed
episode.
to keep you safe. Your intuition is going to take you outside of your comfort zone. Outside of your comfort zone is not safe to the subconscious mind. So you will receive the intuitive nudge to move in the direction where you need to be. And quite often it is places where you've never been, to do the things that you've never done. And your subconscious mind is going to fight with that. It is going to try and keep you safe because that's its job. It is meant to keep you safe. It is meant to keep you away from lions and tigers and the edge of a cliff. And it's great for when we need it. But when we need the intuitive guidance, not so much. Okay, so let's just recap quickly. Your intuition comes in soft, gentle voices. It is going to come in really quickly within 1 or 2 seconds. And it is always going to support you in a positive and helpful way. It is not going to harm you. Now that we know how to recognize our intuition, we need to build trust with it. Because if we don't have trust, if we don't have a trust in this relationship, then it's going to be hard for us to take action on what we hear. So I have a game that I give all my clients and I share with everybody, because what it does is it helps you recognize intuition, it helps you take action on intuition, it helps you build trust with intuition. So this process, this game, teaches your subconscious mind that it's okay to trust your intuition. This game is called the traffic light game. Most of us drive cars, most of us can go on public transport. Even if you have to walk across the road to get to the other side, you need to wait for the traffic light. So you can play this game. And this is how it works. Let's say you are driving and you need to stop at the red light. So you stop. I want you to expect a number to drop into your head. This is the intuitive nudge. So when you receive that number, so you need to pay attention and you need to listen for that number. When that number drops into your head, you are going to start counting backwards out loud if you can. This is the validation of receiving the intuitive nudge, right? The hit. You are going to count backwards. When you get to 1 or 0, you are going to take action and you are going to see the light turn green and then you can go. Okay, now this is how it works. When you stop at the traffic light, you receive the number, you are receiving the intuitive hit. You are going to count down, you're going to take action on that hit. You're going to count down. So let's say you stop at the lights and you get the number 8. You start counting down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The light turns green. What happens is you're getting instant validation on the intuitive hit that you received. When you receive the validation, your action is to go. Okay, now when you go, celebrate it. Clap your hands. Say, just my luck. I knew it was going to be right. It's okay to trust my intuition. See, I got it right. And what happens is you create this beautiful loop, this beautiful circle of trust for your subconscious mind. Now, a disclaimer, just in case you are not in alignment, please don't just go. Wait for the light to turn, okay? Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes the car in front of us gets it wrong, okay? So don't put your foot down, don't go, but practice this because this will start building that circle of trust. It will start building trust with your subconscious mind, and it will help you then when you've got to make decisions and when you've got to listen to that intuitive nudge, it will help you trust it. Now, intuition is not just for for big things. It's not just for, investments and buying a house and buying a car and, should I date this guy? It's for the little things. Your intuition is with you always. So it can help you remember the shopping list. It can help you remember where you put down the car keys. Okay. It can help you remember to call somebody on their birthday. It can help you every minute of every day. So why don't we use it? Because we haven't been taught to use it. Because it doesn't fit in with what society wants us to be. Start living in awareness. Live for your soul. Live for what is right for you. Because if you start living in awareness and intuition, and you use those tools, you will get the things that you want. You will go to the places where you need to go. You will manifest the desires that you want with so much more ease because you will trust your intuition and your soul knows where you need to go. And sometimes you think you need to be going left and your soul knows that you have to be going right. To take a detour because on that detour, you need to pick something up in order to go left with more ease and more clarity. Hope that makes sense. Tomorrow, probably in my next episode, when I talk about the dance, the power couple, awareness and intuition, and how they work together, you will probably understand the whole detour thing a little bit better. But for now, start practicing with the traffic light game. Start practicing trusting your intuition. Start practicing noticing what it sounds like. Start asking for guidance. Ask your soul to guide you. If you've got questions, ask the question and see if you get answers. Just open up, playfully open this up. Don't make it serious. It's not serious. Your soul, your intuition is light. Yes, light, soft, beautiful. Trust that.
I look forward to doing the next episode to tell you all about how this beautiful power couple, the two spirit senses, work together in this beautiful dance and how we can use it to really, really support us on this spiritual journey. If you would like my free video and PDF guide on how to recognize your intuition and build trust, why don't you head over to sacredlivingacademy.com, and towards the bottom of the page, there is a link that will take you to the free resource. Thank you for joining me on the Spiritual AI podcast. Don't forget to rate and share the show with your friends. It will only take a few seconds. So go ahead, go and rate the show, share it with a friend, spread the message of the power that we hold within each one of us, our awareness and our intuition. Let's create a revolution. Let's change the world. I'll see you next time.